Hello traders, welcome to a special video from RLTR Group. So today we are going to talk about the most important thing that is going to happen on the 1st of September and what's the way around it. And yes, this video is to thank SEBI. And let me just go ahead and give you a bit of an introduction about what I'm going to be talking to you on this video and what are the things that we are going to look at. Firstly, as a retailer, I want to go ahead and understand what is going to change in my life from the 1st of September. And I want to also understand what is the purpose of SEBI doing that. And then in the end, I'm going to tell you whether we are going to trade on the 1st of September or we are going to not indulge in any trading activity and support the movement that is here. Now, before I start this video, I want to thank the Securities and Exchange Board of India for making such a drastic change in their policies for the benefit of retailers. Now, guys, I'm one of those individuals who has been in the market for the last 5 to 6 years, and I have been, having accounts with close to 6 to 7 brokers. And the reason why I opened those brokering accounts is because they used to give me 60 times, margin. Some of them used to give me 25 times margin, and so on and so forth. But right now, I'm at least concerned about using those accounts because they don't actually provide features that help you become a better trader, but they actually only gave you margins. Now, I want to break the ice and I want to tell you guys what is going to change on the 1st of September and how a retailer can survive, after this event, and what is the way forward. Is it really going to help us or is it not going to help us? Okay, let's understand that fact and agree with this. Now, there are 95% of the people or 90% of the people who, lose money in the stock markets. Let's start with that number. And there are 90% of the people over the internet who are protesting the SEBI's margin rule. I'm not one of those 90% of the people because, I believe I support SEBI in a way where, they have actually, brought a big change that if this was done when I started my trading journey, I would have concentrated more on learning, not on the factor. See, two people, there are two emotions that actually bring you to the stock market. One is greed. Okay. And once you lost all the money that you have earned and once you have over leveraged yourself, the second aspect that comes into your life is fear. So there is a greed and a fear in the market, and these two emotions are the reasons why people are, in the market, and somehow they want to get out of this Chakravyuh. Now, the only way out of this is from the inside, guys. You cannot, look from the outside and see what is happening until and unless you are inside the circle and fighting the demons that SEBI wants you to fight. Let me just show you what is going to change first, and then I will let you be the judge of what is going to happen. And I'm going to give you my take about what I think this is and why am I thanking SEBI for what has happened. Okay, now firstly, Reliance, if I want to buy a future for 250 quantity, I would have to have 1,23,000 in my account to go ahead and make this transaction. All right. So if I have 1,23,000 and, if let's say I'm having an overnight position and so on and so forth. So if let's say there is a black swan event, and of course, Reliance will not fall 400 points down, but if it falls 400 points down, I'll lose my entire margin that I have deployed on this capital if Reliance falls 400 points down. Now, look into this aspect that if this margin was 12,000, Reliance just had to fall not even more than 1% for you to wipe your account that you have onto your balance. So the deployed capital being wiped out is the very big reason why SEBI, does not want the margin to be entertained by any broker. Okay, now forget about this. A lot of people who trade options, isn't it? So if you buy a future of Bank Nifty on the 1st of September, it's going to cost you 1.5 lakhs. Whereas this was available for 18,000 rupees with one broker, 24,000 with the other, 50,000 with somebody else. Okay. And let's talk about option selling, guys. So if you want to sell an option on the 1st of September, you're going to pay 1,45,000. So you're asking me to bring 2 lakh rupees or more than 3 lakh rupees capital into the stock market, where a normal common middle class man who wants to make a secondary source of income can only save up to 50 to 75,000, but still wants to make some additional income to pay fees, to buy some groceries or to have his vision of having a new car. Now, tell me, can he fulfill his dream with this by working, 2 jobs or saving his money? Or let's say, for an example, you are about to retire and you've got a lump sum of 10 lakh rupees and you want to have a secondary source of income, and you want to make some around 10 to 20,000, in a week or something. And still, does it impact you? I would tell you the reason why I am supporting SEBI is because if what the margin policy that they had launched right now was live 5 years ago, guys, I would have not been a mentor today. RLTR group would have not existed because I would have been happy and living my life prosperously, where I was, having a very high paid job, and, I would have had a couple of kids as well, isn't it? But now I have fought the wars and come back over here later, realizing the fact that it's not about having the margin, guys. It's about having the skill. So I'm going to teach you about the skill that you need to deploy to make money after the 1st of September. And I want to tell you what they are trying to protect you from and why is it so important. And guys, let me tell you, I have been in situations where no other person would have actually experienced it. There are a lot of traders who are new in the market, but I have been in a time where the index has fallen close to 5% in 15 minutes during an intraday black swan event. I have seen a fall of somewhere around 40% from the highs of Bank Nifty and Nifty. I've seen the bottoms getting recovered to somewhere around 150%. So with all of this entire activity, I have just realized, guys, that if this policy would have been there during those events, a lot of people would have not blown up their capital. So let us understand what is happening here. I have created something called as baskets here. Okay, now let's talk about the future. The same future of Reliance over here. Now, my apologies. Let me just go ahead and show this to you. If I am buying a Reliance future right now, okay, a September future, and I'm waiting for a couple of percent because of the news or the event, or I see a breakout on my chart or so on and so forth. And I don't have 1,23,000. I'm a normal guy, a middle class man having 75 to 50,000 in his account, and I'm planning to grow that capital so that I can make 5 to 6,000 extra in a day, or in a month or in a week. So I have my own plans, right? So how am I going to go ahead and protect myself after the 1st of September? The simple thing is, you have Reliance September future that you want to buy, right? Okay, I'll let you buy. You have 75,000 in your account. Okay, absolutely fine. What you just do is you hedge the position of Reliance with 22,000 put. Okay. Oh my God, the margin just dropped. So when you're creating the hedge, you create the hedge by buying a least, the least margin required for a particular instrument. You buy that first, and then what happens is, when you buy Reliance September future 2200 PE, and then you buy option 2200p, and then you buy a future, the margin required over here is only 49,000 rupees. Now, how does it help you? Now, for example, if I have a way here to analyze, okay, what am I getting protected with? When you click on analyze here in Zerodha, you will find out what is the maximum loss that you can have in this event, guys. The maximum loss that you can have in this event is only 18,000. So if somebody is having a 1.2 lakh capital and is trading in the stock markets, and if he wants to go ahead and get things done in the stock market, the only thing that he needs to do is protect himself from any black swan event. That's what SEBI is wanting you to do. Okay, so you are going to go ahead and protect yourself from the maximum loss that this black swan event can give, and what this would be all about. So I can buy a Reliance future. I can go ahead and wait for the event. I know what my maximum loss is, and with this, I'm going to be happy. It's not like Reliance is going to fall somewhere around 20 to 30% on an intraday basis and something like this happens. But even if that happens, I'm protected, isn't it, guys? So let's go to the second event. I want to buy a future. I want to buy a Bank Nifty future, isn't it? So Bank Nifty future is what I'm going to buy. And I don't have so much money, but I still want to trade Bank Nifty future because my analysis and my techniques tell me that this is how I can make money. I have a strategy that I want to deploy. So if you're buying a Bank Nifty future, which is at 35,720, the only thing that you need to do is buy a 35,400 put. Let me just take this off. Boom. Your margin reduces. So the first thing that you need to buy is the least margin required instrument, that would be the PE, and then you buy the future. Now this you can replicate it on any platform. So let's go ahead and see what is the maximum loss I'm going to have. All right, let's see what's the maximum loss I'm going to have with Bank Nifty future. The maximum loss that I'm going to have is 10,000, isn't it? But whereas if the index moves somewhere around 1% to my direction, or that is 300 points, which Bank Nifty usually does, I make somewhere around 4,000 bucks, and that's a decent amount of money, isn't it, guys? How much are you deploying here? You're deploying somewhere around 46,000 and you're making 4,000 out of it. You're getting 10% ROI on your event, isn't it? Okay, I want to sell options. I want to sell options, RLTR. So how do I do that? So I want to sell 35,600 put. Okay, so this is the option that I want to sell. So let me, I think I just hit buy. Let's go to sell. So it's going to cost me 1,39,615. How am I going to protect myself? So if the put, what I'm going to buy, if I'm selling it, if the market goes to the opposite direction is when I'm going to face a loss, isn't it? So let me just go ahead and try and see. Can I hedge this with something? Yes, of course you can. So let me buy a 35,000 put. Margin reduced to 26,000 bucks. Okay. What is my maximum loss in this event? The maximum loss in this event, let's understand that as well. The maximum loss in this event that I'm going to have is 10,000 bucks, isn't it? If I go ahead and have a black swan event of, let's say, 1% down, I lose, that sort of money. But if my direction is right, how much am I making? I'm going to make a maximum profit of 4,000 bucks once it expires, right? Now, on the same instance, let me just go ahead, delete the hedge, and I analyze and see what is the maximum loss or profit that I can make. So if I go ahead and understand, the maximum profit that I can make is 6,000, where my maximum loss will be 8 lakh rupees. Now you tell me, what is SEBI trying to protect, guys? If I would have invested a lot of time in strategies, okay, I would have invested a lot of time understanding how the market moves. I would have figured this out somewhere around 4 or 5 years ago if this margin policy was there. I would have not lost a lot of money. I would have been a very different man today. Now, because there are a lot of retailers, a lot of people who are getting enthusiastic in the market, and they are coming over here and they are trying to make a living out of it. And they want to leave their job, or they want a steady secondary source of income. For them, having an 8 lakh rupees loss, do you think it's justice? I have blown my account multiple number of times when I started the stock market, guys. I know the pain. Okay, I'm not different than who you are. But what SEBI has done over here is that SEBI is protecting you. I support SEBI. I'm going to trade on the 1st of September, 2nd of September, 3rd of September, the rest of my life, because I know that the guy who came up with this came up with the intention of helping us. Where you can see right now on my screen, the maximum loss in the previous event was what? 10K? And whereas my maximum loss is 8 lakhs. Let's say you are a very good trader and you have ended up making 10 lakhs over the last 3 years of your life, and you get one black swan event. All that 10 lakhs will disappear within a few seconds. Is that what you were here for? But what if you had a hedge in your life? Remember, guys, one of my mentors on the YouTube says people with hedge and edge usually end up making a lot of money. Yes, isn't it? I'm an pure option buyer, guys, but I do respect this particular way of what SEBI is trying to achieve. So RLTR Group is going to trade on the 1st of September. RLTR Group does not support no trading day on the 1st of September. RLTR Group wants to thank SEBI for protecting the retailers, and RLTR Group wants to tell all the retailers that we have been in your situation in your life, and this is the best thing that can happen to you from a regulator. Now, to all those people over there who are protesting, understand these facts first, understand the depth of the market, understand the reason, what is the purpose of what is happening, and then make the decision. Just don't, be a sheep in a herd. Be a lion, okay? Be a lion in your life. Because remember, guys, two things here in the stock markets are going to change you. Fear and greed, right? Greed is what is going to get you here, and fear is what is going to take you away. By having an hedge, both greed and fear is dead. The only person who is left out over there is the best of what you are. Now remember, this is a very, very important lesson in life that you would need to learn, that once the greed and the fear is out of your personality, you become divinity, guys. You become good. That's what all the scriptures in the world try to teach you, right? Be good. So yes, this is my 2 cents on what's happening. I really thank SEBI for what they have done so far. So RLTR Group is still going to live trade. RLTR Group is still going to prosper. RLTR Group is going to make profits. It's going to make loss. It's going to do all those things, but it's going to do in style. So I'll see you